This is Professor Jameson. This is Legal Research and Writing 2. In this video, I'm going to go over the syllabus and hopefully resolve any questions you have about that. If not, feel free to email me. This is, as I said, Legal Research and Writing 2. Although in the syllabus there aren't listed any prerequisites for the course, to really be successful in this course, you need to have at least taken Legal Research and Writing 1. I've been in contact with a couple of you, and I guess that's not the case. I can't drop you, so if you want to go ahead and try to continue the course, that's great, but just be aware that you're going to probably struggle if you haven't had Legal Research and Writing 1 and Intro to the Law, so you have at least a basic understanding of what is going on in the legal research project. My phone number is 661-303-7511. That's my personal cell. So if you're going to contact me, if there's an emergency or something, that's fine. I don't mind you calling me. What I don't want you to do is text me on that number, because that's, like I said, my personal phone. And I have like a cheap $30 phone. And I don't like getting a lot of text messages on it. I do have an iPad, so you know, if you have questions or something and really want to talk to me, you can call me up. And what I recommend that you do is email me, and we can set up a time to do that. I also have an iPad, so if you want to talk to face, we can do FaceTime or Skype on my desktop computer, whatever's comfortable with you. That is fine. This course is kind of divided into two parts. The first part, which is Legal Research and Writing 1, had to do with legal research. And the second part of the course, which is Legal Research and Writing 2, that is going to be concentrating mainly on writing and the writing process, although there will certainly be some legal research involved. Okay. If we look at what the syllabus says in terms of the outcome for you, the students, you need to be able to differentiate between the types of legal documents, things like that, court memorandums, court briefs. You have to be able to analyze a case, which means read it, break it down in terms of issues. That's something hopefully you studied in Legal Research and Writing 1. If not, you know, I can go back and reteach some of those concepts if we need to. Also, we're going to learn a lot about what's called IRAC, which is identifying the issue, the rule of law, applying the rule of law to the facts of the case, and coming to conclusion. The reason that is the case is because pretty much all court documents, like motions, appellate briefs, things like that, are based upon the IRAC system. What is the issue? Find the rule of law and apply it to the facts of the case. Then you come to conclusion. Hopefully that is you know, in your client's benefit. So the next thing is compose a statement of the issue, narrowly and comprehensive, including identification of key facts. That's part of the IRAC system. And discuss counter-analysis, which has to do with when somebody gives us a brief. If we're going to file an opposition, whether it's an appellate brief or a court brief or something like that, we have to look at what the other people say and come to some response that helps our client in that regard. Okay. In terms of my expectations, you're going to have to read the chapters. I'm probably going to have some questions at the end of the chapter that you're going to have to respond to. You have to participate in the online discussion, and I'll post probably something every week in that regard, and complete the assignments, quizzes, and exams. Okay. I will make the quizzes, to be honest, fairly easy. This is a class that students tend to struggle with. I've been teaching probate law, or not probate law, but teaching paralegals for 7 years, and this tends to be one of the most difficult courses along with probate law for students. They just have a difficult time, and I'm going to do a little video later to explain kind of why that is, but you'll have to wait for that. The textbook, okay? In my syllabus, the text says the 4th edition of Foundations of Legal Research and Writing. Some of you have emailed me and indicated, well, evidently the online at the school, they said to buy the 5th edition. If you have the 4th edition from Legal Research and Writing 1 or an earlier edition, that's fine. I'll work with you. I, in fact, only have right now the 3rd edition of the book. Like I said, I've taught with this book in the past, so I'm pretty familiar with it. But if you have the 3rd or the 4th or the 5th edition, they really don't make much changes in it. I think it's just a kind of a ploy for the publishers to prevent the recycling of textbooks and things like that. So don't go out and buy the 5th edition if you have the 4th. We'll be able to work around that. Really don't worry about that. Okay, let's go on to online attendance and completion of assignments. You see the breakdown there. The written assignments are only 30% of the course. And this was a syllabus that was given to me by the previous professor. But I don't have a problem with that because legal research and writing is difficult. And it's not something you're going to get good at overnight. What my goal is for you to, in this class, is for you to understand the process that's going on, try to attempt the process, and I'm really looking more for effort than I am a completed product. I'm certainly not going to hold you to the standard I would if you were in law school or something like that, because it's a difficult course. The quizzes are going to be 10% of your grades, midterm and final are going to be 25% each. So if you just do well on the final exam, the midterm, and the quizzes, which I'll tell you, they will not be difficult, and participate in the online discussion forums, there's 50, 60, 70% of your grade right there. There's a C. The written assignments are only 30% of the class. Like I said, I'm more concerned about you understanding the process than becoming a great legal research and writer, because that just takes time. So the final grade will be based upon the scale listed in the syllabus. 90 to 100 is an A, and on down. If it's below 60%, you will fail the class. But I will do everything I can to make you succeed or help you succeed in the class. I'm here to help you. Anytime you need to email me with questions, that's fine. If you want to talk face-to-face or on the phone, I don't have a problem with that too. Let's just set it up ahead of time so I can be prepared to help you, and we don't waste a lot of time on the phone. Okay. As far as the due dates on the assignments, please get your assignments in on time. I like the breakdown there of 10% penalty if it's a week late, or 20% if it's 2 weeks late, and after that, really not getting any credit for it. You can read that policy there. Okay. As far as the quizzes and exams, they do have to be completed by the due date. If you don't, or you can't for some reason, that would be a good reason to call me. Why you can't make it, a family emergency, something like that. Like I said, don't worry. I'm going to make the quizzes pretty easy. If you read the material, everything that's going to be on the quizzes and the final are going to be in the written material and be directly out of the book. I'm going to do a lot of video lectures supplementing the material to help you understand it, but don't really worry about the quizzes. You're online. I'm not going to do online proctoring. I'm not going to give you a ton of time to complete the quizzes, but I can't really stop you from using your book, and I want you to do as good as possible. Just do the best you can, and I'm sure you guys will be fine. If you are struggling in some of the initial quizzes, we can talk about that. Okay. Participation. Participation in this class is basically doing the classwork and, of course, participating in class discussions. You don't have to write me huge essays when I post something on the discussion forum. A couple of sentences or short answer, as long as it's well thought out, is fine. If I want something longer, I will definitely let you know about that. But you do have to post things in the discussion forum on time, because when the time is done, I'm just going to see who's posted, whether what they've done is meaningful, and they give you full credit for it if you've done that. Okay. You can see the grading rubric there for the discussion forums. Like I said, I'm more looking for content than length. Okay. Okay. Now, if you're going to email me, I would appreciate you using your name and paralegal C122, which is the class. It'll help me know exactly what we're talking about. The other thing is when you email me, and most of the time I will respond to your emails. Okay. But if you really want a response, for sure, just as the last sentence, type "please reply," and that will let me know that you're specifically looking for a written response, and I'll do the best I can. Maybe I can help you, maybe I can't, but I'll at least be able to point you in the right direction if you're struggling. Okay. There's no wait list for this class, so we don't have to discuss that. The drop dates, I believe, for this class are before Monday, January 30th. If it says students who are not participating may still be on the roster, they'll be dropped before the 30th. And if you're participating and really aren't doing the work, you might be dropped as far as February 21st. Right now I'm just trying to get my handle on things. I'm really at a disadvantage since I didn't teach you legal research and writing 1. That was the reason for the test, which is not graded. You just got credit if you did it, and your essays, which I haven't read them all, but I've read quite a few of them, and they're interesting, and I'm enjoying that. But I need to assess the class to see what your ability level is, so I can appropriately design projects and assignments that you're going to be able to succeed and do well in. So that's why we really haven't done much so far. This coming week, I'll post a little blog on that as well, or a little webcam on that. But what I'm really, we're going to take it easy the second week too, kind of let the dust settle, who's really in the class, and then we'll get to work with more of the meat and bones of the actual content of the course. Okay. If you have any accommodations, any particular handicaps, disabilities, whatever, I'll certainly be willing to work with you in that regard. That's the school policy. Okay, and I do reserve the right to change the syllabus. I've left the actual week by week thing intentionally vague for now because I want to see where we're at as we're going along. For example, there are certain things that I think are important and other things in the syllabus or the course outline that I think are not. Just to give you an example, we're going to talk about appellate briefs, but I'm not going to make you write an appellate brief. That's way too difficult. In fact, most of the lawyers that do that just do that type of thing. So it's not a realistic expectation for you to come up with a full-on appellate brief. It's difficult for me, enough for me as an attorney who's practiced for years to prepare and file them. So we'll just kind of see how it goes and play it by ear. Like I said, I believe in setting up classes for student success, and that's what my goal is going to be. If you have questions about the assignments, email me. I check my email, at least once every 24 hours, whether I'm in or out of town. I'll have access to it on my iPad as well. And if you're, like I said, really struggling, set up time to either FaceTime with me or call me on the phone. That's totally fine. Now, the plagiarism policy. I do expect you to do your own work in this class. What I don't want you to do is copying off of other students, okay? Now, when we're talking about plagiarism in the law, it's a little bit different, okay? I'm going to do a lecture here a little later and post it about how to be a good researcher and writer. And one of the things I'm going to teach is you really need to learn how to copy from other people and take good things that they've done and build upon those. But we'll save that for another lecture, okay? I'm not going to go over the specific assignment schedule for week by week. I'm going to post those for the next couple of weeks in the next day or two. I'll have week 2s done today. Like I said, we're going to take it easy for the first week. And if you have any questions about this video or the class in general, you're concerned about whether you're going to be able to succeed in it, particularly those of you who haven't had Intro to Law and Legal Research and Writing 1, please let me know, and we can discuss those things, okay? I will try to help you the best I can, but like I said, it's going to be difficult for some of you if you haven't taken the first part of the class. Okay. That's it for this lecture. You guys have a nice day, and I'll be chatting with you soon.